Boys, we're back. This is not a Shadow Theory video, though. Sorry. Marble Hornets, though. Marble Hornets in 2025. That's what we're dealing with right now. I'm at work today and I'm fighting for my life. The grind does not stop, but it does take breaks, especially when I see an upload from Marble Hornets. I feel it coming on, the excitement. I grab a hold of the guy working the drive-thru window. I whisper in his ear. I say, "We're so back." Then I take my lunch break. I think you know what happens next. I realized that the first video was uploaded a week ago, and I got the notification for the second episode. That's what happens next. What the Why has he got a chain? Why is he dressed like that? Why has he got the hipster glasses on? What the fuck is that earring? The video series we're watching right now is called Rosswood, but the video series that they're filming is called Kralie in the Real World. And I think that's fucking nuts. The main gist of what's happening here is that Alex Kralie, the Alex Kralie from Marble Hornets, and Jay, whatever the fuck his last name is, the Jay from Marble Hornets, are here in Rosswood filming some sort of like documentary almost on the lore and like folklore of Rosswood. And they're going through these places where they did film Marble Hornets, and by Marble Hornets, they mean the original Marble Hornets that was supposed to be being filmed before like the SlenderMan shit all started happening, you know? It shows some footage of them like bebopping around town. They meet like the local lore giver, this chick, I don't remember her name, and they interview a couple of people. First guy they interview doesn't give very much other than saying that there was some lady that cursed all of Rosswood. And that's about it. That's all he says. He gives a name, but the name means nothing yet. We aren't there yet. And that's all he does. Now, the second guy is tweaking out. Pure tweak. But he gives a lot more to bite on. So him and his brother go out to Rosswood with a couple of girls, you know, a little bit crossfaded. He hit the good stuff. And he sits down. He's like, I need to lie down. And then immediately he says it becomes daylight. And then the two girls are like shaking him like, they took your brother. So he's freaking out. And but maybe because like he is tweaking out and the story makes no sense, he appears at a tunnel. And it might be, you know, the classic tunnel from the original Marble Hornet series that he's talking about. And he's like yelling for his brother, and he's like freaked out by the tunnel. And he hears his brother say that, like, here I am. And then he books out of there. He says he never seen his brother again. Major tweaker. But if your brother just randomly disappeared one time and you never saw him again, I'd probably be a tweaker too. Tweaker man then saunters off into the night, and we finish off the video with them saying that they're going to spend a whole day and night in Rosswood. Him, Jay behind the camera, and Lore Master Lady as well, and that's how the first video ends. The second video opens with our Lore Master Lady being kind of pissed that she wasn't told that the plan was to stay in Rosswood or at the Rosswood Hospital, abandoned hospital. Hospital's abandoned. After a good few minutes of Alex and Lore Master Lady fighting, and Alex kind of being a bit of a douchebag, they just decide to like peel out and go hang out there themselves without her. And that's what they do. They get in and they start filming shots around the hospital. Like, oh, you remember this scene? This is where we filmed that thing. Oh, yeah, I filmed this thing over here. They find a little tape on the ground, and they're like, we have no reason to, or no way to play it. So they just leave it there. And, they just kind of, like, mess around in the hospital for a good bit until they start hearing weird sounds. And they go out to go see what the weird sound was, and they're like, that we can't find it. It must have been like this door that's fallen over or something. So then they hear another weird sound where they came from, and Jay's like, oh man, the camera bag. So he runs back over there, and they go deep into wherever the camera bag was hidden. And then when they walk out, it's nighttime all of a sudden. Boom. It's nighttime. There also might be a couple of dudes peeking around some corners in some of these shots. Thank you, rebranded Marble Hornets Reddit, for those ones. I didn't see those. I was too busy just kind of like actually watching the video. I wasn't sitting there like scanning over it with my eyeballs. If you haven't been able to tell by my like very shoddily thrown together explanation of what's happening. With the additional information of there being people skulking around corners and whatnot, I think it's time I do what I do best. And that's coming up with some crackpot theories. Theory number 1. Marble Hornets never happened. This could all be taking place in a brand new universe. You know, we reset. We're back to square one. That could be the case. I don't really have anything to base that off of, but it could be just based on the way the characters talk about Marble Hornets itself. Theory number 2. Marble Hornets did happen. Now, when I say Marble Hornets did happen, what I mean is that Marble Hornets has happened and is continuing to happen. And my meaning with that is you might notice that there's a person missing in all of this. So far, we're 2 episodes in. And ignoring all of the drama outside of filming for why that could possibly be, Tim isn't here. These 2 characters that we're following are dead. So, are they in purgatory or like some sort of like afterlife dealio, or in like the operator's like, you know, version of Rosswood? I don't know, just an idea. And theory number 3. This is all a sham. And technically this would be in the Marble Hornets did happen category of theory, but in this version, Jay and Alex's minds are all like mashed up by the operator, and they're doing something to get into our brains. They're trying to trick us. They're trying to make us think a certain way or do a certain thing. And yeah, those are my 3 theories. Can't really think of anything else I'd like to talk about because we're so early into the series. But thank you all for watching and listening. And like and subscribe. Thank you.